Hey guys, I got one of these Onan 5.0 RV gen sets. This one is, I think it's BGA model. But anyway, this is covering the carburetor removal. I've already taken out 3 of these 13mm bolts. There's one on each side of the intake there. There's 2 cylinders, so there's 4 of them. Disconnected the throttle linkage. It's just held in by this little snappy thing that you gotta finagle off of there, and then it just pulls out because it's just stuck in there like that, and that bracket just holds it from sliding out. There's no key or anything on the end of it. So I've removed the other bolts on the other side, and I'm going to remove the final bolt on this side. I may have to come back and finish removing this heat shield. I probably will, but just trying to see what I could do without having to remove too much junk off this. I also disconnected the fuel line from the back of the thing. 11mm, and it was right here. It's kind of a tough, aggravating spot to get to. If yours is on a sliding tray or just not mounted in an RV, then this is much simpler. So this thing's RTV'd on there, it looks like. Oh yeah, there's a vent tube back here we need to disconnectificate. I'm gonna go get me a screwdriver and pry up some on this intake, because you can see that it's RTV'd on there, so it's gonna need some finesse to get it off there. Okay, so it's not coming up from here. It just pulled up straight out of the head of the engine. But I'm trying to finesse this with one hand, but I may have to put the camera down and not bring it on for the fun. It would have been a lot easier with the heat shield off. So there we go. B, to remove the carburetor from the intake manifold. So this is why you have to remove it all together. Okay, yeah, it's more like a 12. Well, anyway, I'm going to take this off real quick. Be right back with you. Okay, so to make this video short, you've got 3 Allen head 5/32 screws that need to come out. We got 2 13mm bolts. There's also a gasket there. We'll take all that off, and then also these 4 Phillips head screws below this, and then I'll bring you back. Oh wait, and also you need a 5/16 wrench to remove the bolts here on the electric choke. So, bring it back in just a second. Okay, I got all mine apart here. There's the needle. And, like a blame idiot, you know what? Turned this thing upside down and that fell out, and I lost the blame retainer for that. So, I'm trying to figure out where that's at, but anyway, I wanted to go ahead and continue on with this for a minute so I get the other moving parts out of the way. You just pull the float and, well, that should have been on there, but it's not. This thing's definitely due for cleaning, that's for certain. Okay, so it's pretty much disassembled. I'm not going to take the air door, or whatever you want to call that, off here. I'm just going to take a wire and go through every little orifice that I can. Try and clean out all the gunk. This thing's going to get a nice bath in some pine sol so I can get it really good and cleaned up. And I'll bring you back for that. Okay, so I got all my parts here and about to start the reassembly of this here carburetor. I got it pretty clean. I mean, it's hard to get into those really small, tiny spots, but whatever. Pine Sol, I soaked it in there. I ate the paint off of this thing. It's pretty fun. You can see pieces of it on the table and whatnot. Anyway, it's okay to soak this in Pine Sol, but you definitely don't want to use, ether or brake clean on it unless you take the O-ring off of this metering screw. So, first let's put him where he goes. Sorry, I don't have my tripod available. So you want to turn these in until they just bottom out. You don't even need a screwdriver, you shouldn't. Okay, there's bottom. So, there's half a turn. There's a full turn. And there's one more hex notch. That's what I had for that one. Then I had 1 1/3 on this smaller one here, which I think's I don't know. Doesn't matter. Just need to figure. And there's not an O-ring on this guy here, so that's your idle circuit, I'm pretty sure. So it's bottomed all the way out, and I had 1 1/3 turns on it, so there's half, there's a full turn, and there's about 1/3 of a turn. I did see that you can buy gasket sets for these. They're around the $45 range. Hoping not to fool with that madness there. You'll see that one is in there. So that guy goes into the bracket. If you want to make your day super interesting, just drop and lose it or something. I don't know if I got that clip in the right way or not, but certainly tried. Well, there was a gasket on here, and I probably should have paid more attention to which way it goes. See, it really looks like it could flip either way. I'm pretty sure it goes on this way though, right here. Well, yeah, it couldn't go this way because of that big hole. So yeah, it is this way. We'll put our top piece back on. And there's 4 of these machine screws. I thought that, no wait, that's on the other thing. Here they are, Phillips head screws, that's right. And so I'll go back in those holes. I'll get those tightened down. I'll bring you back in a minute. Alright, now I've got those bolted down. Put this plate back on here. And there's this 3 5/32 Allen head machine screws that go in there. Tighten those down and I'll be right back with you again. Okay, next we're going to put on the electric choke. Be honest with you. Yeah, I think it went this way. It won't let you get it on backwards. And you got these two excessively long bolts that it really doesn't need. Well, and we'll put those in. I'll be right back. Okay, got the electric choke put on. Now let's flip her over. And I know one of these gaskets goes on here. This thing looks pretty awful, but for it, I'm going to reuse it. Hoping it don't just make me sorry, but well, enough of that. These are 13mm bolts. Then I just have to bolt it over to the intake and back onto the generator. So let's go here. Grab a 13. Alright, I cleaned the inside of the intake, but I didn't make a big deal of it like I did the carburetor at all. Just lay it on there and drop these two 12mm bolts in there. And since I was reusing the gasket like the other ones, I made sure to go with the original orientation that it was in. Like I said, that's a 12. So I'll tighten that down, and then we'll get that put on the generator. And here we go. Got it all ready. Now let's get it put in the generator. Alright, so got the carburetor put back in. There's two bolts on each side of that intake. 13mm. The throttle linkage back in. Fuel line. And whatever vacuum hose and other that's there. It's in choke position. Checking the control fuses, they look all good. Anyway, my friends and viewers, I appreciate you for watching my videos. Check my channel for the other playlists that I have. It's all sorted by topic, so have a good gander and enjoy, I hope. Anyway, I do want to praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. May He richly bless and guide you all. I hope you have yourselves a terrific day.